Hey everybody, it's Karen from 50's the New 50 blog, and today I'm going to do a tutorial using my Bella bronzer, some of my favorite summer lip and cheek colors, and my mascara cream foundation. So if you're new and you don't know what I'm talking about, mascara is a cream highlight and contour lip and cheek system that all fits into this awesome compact. It's inexpensive, it's convenient, and it really works. I love it. And I happen to be an artist for mascara, so I can color match you. If you see something that I'm doing that you want to know more about, just reach out to me and I would love to answer any questions you have. So first things first, I'm going to start with my main foundation. This is my main highlight and contour foundations and an extra color corrector. And being almost 54 in a few weeks, I have a lot of sunspots and discoloration, melasma, and so I use this contour shade. It's actually a contour and it's cream, and this is called Walnut, and I like to just put a little bit of that walnut right over the top of this darker sunspot that I have up on my mole. We all have these little spots, and then sometimes I just like to put it right across my cheeks here, almost like a primer, because I do, and at the end of my nose, you know how some of us, we've got those pores, and I just like how the contour is a little bit stiffer. It's not as creamy as the highlights, or which is what we call our foundations if you're not familiar, and it just tends to hold better throughout the day. And so for me, I know this looks odd that I'm putting a darker shade over a dark spot, but I'm color correcting right there. So I'm going to just kind of neutralize that out and go ahead and go to the next step, which for me is to contour. And so I'm going to contour up on my forehead, my cheekbones, and underneath my jaw and chin. And so this is one of our great brushes. I have two brushes that I use every day over and over again, and this is one of them. This is the Detail Hack, or Detail Highlight and Contour Brush. And this end here is great for contouring. So this is my contour shade that I've been using over the summer, and it is called Astoria, but I can also use another shade called Ash. So when I color match you, which is something I can do if you're brand new to this product or never heard of it or are intrigued on what am I doing, you can just reach out to me and I can color match you virtually, and that is a really amazing thing that we can do. It works great, and it's a lot of fun to introduce other women my age to this makeup, because it's been a game changer for me. So what am I doing right now? I'm actually contouring up on my forehead. So I have a taller forehead, just got my hair done, got a new haircut, thank goodness, but I don't have any bangs. So this helps to bring my forehead down and to kind of define my face, almost kind of map it out to where I've got this center of my face is going to be the bright, and this is kind of have a shadow, right? So the next place, this makes sense, okay? This is my contouring your cheekbones, and this is basically, you start out here by the outside of your ear, feel where your cheekbones are, and then you just kind of want to swoop up your contour shade just right underneath there. So starting out here and ending about the outside of your eye, I always call it my 2-finger rule. That really helps me visualize kind of where to stop putting my contour, because I don't want to get it too far in. But you can see here, I'm just kind of swooping that up, kind of brushing that in here. And this is adding a shadow and defining my cheekbones. And this is going to be part of my 3D foundation when I'm all done here, okay? So then, next step, we're just rolling, is to go under here, and I'm going to add a shadow underneath my jaw to define and separate my jaw, add a little definition, camouflage some of this fun stuff. So I'm not going along the side of my face. I'm actually, if you feel where your jawbone is, I'm actually going right underneath it. So just take and just brush a little bit of your contour shade right there to where it adds a bit of a shadow. Another great place, if you do have this looser skin, I like to go right under my chin, not on the top, under, right there. See that shadow already? And then I'll just take and just kind of pull it down to, again, just give some definition to my jawline, and just kind of separate that from my neck. And that's it. That's contouring, at least for me. Nothing major, nothing over the top, nothing too scary, I hope. Okay, so then the next step is for me to add my main foundation. And we call our foundations, sorry for the glare there, highlights. And so this one here is my main foundation or highlight, and this is my accent. So I'm going to pick up this brush. This is number 2 favorite brush, and it's called the Blush and Bronzer brush. This end here is more shorter, still very soft, but a little bit condensed. And this one here is a big fluffy brush that I can use for bronzing. But I'm going to use this now to just kind of go in and dab into my main color right here, which is just a couple taps. And then I'm just going to come along where I need coverage. I don't have to add extra coverage over the top. I'm just kind of pouncing of my contour, because as I was kind of telling you at the beginning, is that it's a 3D foundation. So all of this works together to create my foundation. The contour, the brightener, and my main highlight, okay? So I'm just gonna put a little bit up here, make sure I catch over here where I have some sun damage. And then I'm going to switch back over to this brush. There's that detail hack brush, this smaller end, and I'm going to tap into my main color. And I have a lot of melasma and kind of darkness around my eye. And so I'm just applying my main color underneath. It happens to be called Mango, if you're wondering. This color works great as a color corrector and concealer also, but I also can use it as my main foundation, especially in the summer. So that's just adding just a little bit of makeup right under there, the highlight foundation around my eyes and on my eyelids. Okay, next step is to brighten. And so for my brightener, I'm going to use that same smaller end of that detail hack brush, and then I'm going to tap into my brightening shade, which there's so many beautiful brightening shades, and when you get color matched, you may find that your artist matches you to a different shade, but it's going to be a shade that works best for your skin tone. In the summer here, I'm wearing sunlit, but I can also wear candlelit, so there's a lot of different shades. And again, I would love to color match you. If you're intrigued and interested in what I'm doing, make sure you message me and I can send you my color match form. So up here on my forehead, I'm adding some of my accent brightener, and then I'm going to put just a little bit here underneath my eye and up above my cheekbone. You see right here, this area, just a little bit. When I say a little bit, along the side of my nose, and then I'm bringing it down right in this area, this kind of triangle right here. And as you can see already, you can start to see this mapping out right on my face. I like to put a little down here and along here, my nose. You can see already this mapping out of this shadow of the contouring, shadow under my cheekbones, shadow underneath my jaw and chin, main foundation for coverage, and then a brightening in the center. And then that's my 3D foundation from Maskcara right here in this compact. All I'm going to do now is blend it in, okay? So I love to blend with this blush and bronzer brush. I like this smaller end again. It's very soft, and it's just really nice brush for blending. So I usually start up at the top where I have my contour shade, and I'm just going to tap just to kind of soften that line. And by tapping, now that it's been sitting on my skin for just a few seconds, you know, the warmth of my skin has warmed up the makeup, and it's allowing it to just get blended in, softened just beautifully. It should, if you get color match, your shades should melt right into your skin. Now your brightener obviously needs to give you a little punch of brightness, but your main foundation color should blend, it should just blend right in. It shouldn't be cakey. It shouldn't show up with texture. So you just want to make sure you get color matched by an artist like myself so that you can get those right shades, okay? And as you can see, I didn't really blend out my contour too much because I don't want to lose that definition. I still want that shadow. So that is pretty much my main foundation, okay? Pretty easy. The next thing I'm going to do is go in and add some lip and cheek and some bronzer, okay? Lip and cheeks are also cream, and they're also all magnetic, and they all fit, like I said, into these really fun compacts. So today I'm going to use a couple of shades. I'm going to use 2 shades that I really love for the summer. These 2 shades alone are absolutely beautiful, but mixed together they create this really just warm, yummy corally summery color. So this is Scarlet, and it's a matte, as you can kind of see. And this one here is one of our glossies, and it's called Tropicana. And it's kind of hard to see here, but it's a little bit of a corally pink. So I'm going to mix these two together. So the first thing I'm going to do, I like to just use a clean finger, and I'm going to come in and tap in to that darker shade, Scarlet, and just tap lightly. They're so pigmented. Can you see that right above my contour? Not in this area, but back and up. Okay, so I think I have more control, and I don't use too much when I tap it on like this with my finger. And then I can go in and I'll pick up that second color and just go right over the top or in between it, the Tropicana. Okay, we're adding that. And then I'm going to go in and blend it. And I like to, again, there's that blush and bronzer brush. I can just use this end here. I don't even need to clean it off. And I just start just gently tapping, kind of giving it just a little bit of a tap and a swirl to just soften, and that beautiful color just pops right on your cheeks. Isn't that pretty? And if you need to add more, you sure can. I always try to go light first, and then I can always add more. So like on this side here, I was a little bit heavier handed, so I can come back over here, add a little bit more, and just kind of blend that in. You can also switch over to this side of the brush and just give it just a little bit of a swirl to disperse anything. So that's really, really pretty, really simple, kind of just a very soft, glowy lip and cheek color by combining this really dark red Scarlet with this really pretty Tropicana. Now, I'll show you on my lips how pretty this red is. You can see, isn't that color just pretty all by itself? It's a great color if you love red. Now, another fun step for me is I like to take and do my eyebrows with my contour shade. And this is one of our brushes. This is the Hotline brush. It's got a little angled and a spoolie. And I'll just take that angled end and dab it right into my contour and just outline my brows and just fill them in. And it's just a really great way to do your eyebrows. It's already in there. It's almost like a little pomade. And then I just give them a little brush and define them out, and good to go. And then finally, just for an extra little bit of glow, I can use our Bella Cream Bronzer with a bit of our Glow Illuminator and take my blush and bronzer brush, the big fluffy end, and I just swirl it right over the top of these two colors gently. And I'll just come up here and I can add some bronzer up at the top of my forehead where the sun would hit. And I just kind of swirl that on in those areas where you just want a little extra glow. Make sure you catch your neck and your ears and your chest. And then finally, I just put a little bit of our beautiful eyeshadows on, and then I'm going to grab my Stay Spray. This one is coming out July 21st, and it has an SPF of 30. So I'm just going to take and spritz that liberally and let that dry, and that'll really enhance and have my makeup last throughout the day, especially in the summer here. So thank you for watching, and if you again want to know more about this makeup or get color matched or have any questions for me, just message me. I love it. So everybody have a great day.